Hello everyone and welcome back to another Tales from the Age of Men playthrough. Last time we played as the Rohan faction, but due to lag I discontinued the playthrough. However, I do think we managed to show off some of Rohan's great capabilities. This time around we will be playing as the Gundabad faction, the newest faction in the Tales of the Age of Men edition. This faction is the Pale Orcs, as you might know from the Hobbits, Azog, the Defiler character. So I'm very much looking forward to this. The Pale Orcs of Gundabad is known for their warg riding ability, so I think we'll be going as a orc or a warg rider here. And look at that. This time we will be able to have a new character here, or a new race, the Pale Orcs. Let's be a muscular one here. And this one is just looking fine for me. As a warg rider, we will of course go with riding, polearm, and especially roguery, as we will be raiding and pillaging as much as we can here. So this could of course be alright with warriors of the Grey Mountains. Let's see here, fighting skills could be good. It could also be this. How about, isn't there some riding? You're skilled with horses, then we might get a horse. Let's take this one and we also get polearm. Let's see here. Here's some cunning and some roguery, but it will give us different kind of weapons here. And we'll get a sword. Maybe we will just work in the stables here. However, if we could get some more polearm, that would be great. And also endurance. I think I'll take this one. We joined the warg riders, of course. And let's see. Not that interested in two-handed. This one is good enough. We'll get more endurance. This time we'll be a battle-hardened 30-year-old. Let's try and see if we can't find a sigil that suits the Pale Orcs of Gundabad. Not sure there is a lot of sigils that really suits them. What would they go for? Something simple. Maybe we should just take the axe as shown before. Don't know what these green symbols are, but they aren't green when they go up there. We could take this one. This one looks fierce, and we will go on a white surface with a red sigil here. Bit bigger, like that. That could be a warg. Alright, of course we are from the clan Baggins, and we could be named Scrognak. That's a very orcish name with a touch of Scrodo. I don't want to die, and yeah, we'll reduce the possibility of our clan members dying a bit here. And then I just think we'll get in here. Let's just wait here, and while we are waiting, let's just talk about this playthrough. I just think we'll be fighting off the elves here and show off the capabilities of the Pale Orcs here. And as we saw in the Rohan playthrough, they have actually expanded a bit on the Gundabad faction, so they have gotten 2 more towns. Yeah, I did make a short try run, which of course ended up in a crash. So I ended up reinstalling the game. I think we definitely need some trading here in the beginning, as we are going for raiding a lot. And also I have seen that there is a lot of food that the towns up here need. What could we call that? Need of food up here, so we can just bring up the hogs from here and sell off the meat and the pelt or their skin to these towns. But as always, we are down to a very low base speed due to being overburdened and hurting these pigs. But we can go for the 16x speed here, which does result in a bit of a lower frame rate, but as I used to say, I would much rather that than running in 1x speed. Yeah, but I hope you enjoyed the Rohan run, even though it was cut off a bit shorter than I imagined at least. And look at this, we can sell off some hides here at a very high price, and also the meat. Let's see here, we will double our money from before almost. And let's see here, we can't get a horse. Oh, there is some elite Gundabad helmets here and some pauldrons. I think we'll wait a bit with that. Look at that, that's great. Not as good as some of the other orc factions, but still good. Alright, we actually have a Mordor chain armor. That's a bit fun. Alright, so we are just waiting for the are we still overburdened? We are. We're just waiting for the War of the Ring to start, and until then we will be just farming some gold here. Alright, we will definitely be taking a look at the Gundabad faction here. So let's just start off with that here in the troops. And let's find Gundabad here. So let's just bring forth the troop tree. So it's quite large, as you can see, and is diverted into two major factions. There is the hunters that becomes warg riders that can both be ranged warg riders, but also melee warg riders, and of course the archers. And then we have the infantry here, where the best troop here is a tier 7 troop, Azog's champion. And I have a couple of units. Their armor is not as good as some of the other factions, as I was talking about. As we saw, the Mordor faction and the Isengard faction has a lot of armor going on. They do have some pikemen, but they are only tier 5. So yeah, I think we'll of course be getting some Azog's champions, but I think we'll mostly go for these Dread riders, as we saw the wargs was insanely effective, especially against the horses from Rohan. They were just snapped apart. But let's get some more, and of course we can get the Mordor armored trolls here. Look at those, they have some armor here, right? But these do also take up 10 spaces when you buy them. More hogs here, so let's just take them with us. And I guess the grain here will also be good for us. Question is, should we bring some troops? I will wait with that for now, but that could be a good idea as it gives us more inventory here. But let's just turn up the speed again. And a bit of downgoing frame rate here while doing so. And let's just go up here. That will take some time apparently. They do have good, or at least decent prosperity here, I just saw. Wow, that's slow, right? Alright, maybe we will need some horses to carry our loot here. Maybe we should just stick to the ×4 here. It hurts my eyes a bit, the frame rate. Don't think it was that bad when we played as the Sindarian elves, but let's get rid of these hides. Look at that. And the meat is also expensive in here. Just imagine what they are saying in there. Something like meat is back on the menu, boys. Just to get a awkward sighting in there. Let's see here. We can get a couple of horses. They are very expensive right now, so I think we'll be waiting on that. Let's see if we can't find a walk in here so we can get ourselves a mount. Why is it still lacking? The frame rate is 100 FPS, so it's just a bit weird here. It's just hopping here. Don't know why. Alright, but let's go to Mount Gundabad. And no, there's not a lot of horses in here. Gundabad. Look at that. That's actually great. Let's get one of those. Are these better? No. For 30 body armor, that's a lot. Alright. So that is not better. But this is expensive, look at that. But it's quite good. Let's just get some medium braces here as well. And should we wait off? Let's wait with the helmet here. Maybe we should go down and trade a bit with the elves down here. See if we can't. What was that? There was a lot of Eastling raiders. Why is... Wow, that is some huge... okay, that was not what I wanted. That is some huge parties going about. If they are so big, then maybe that's why it's lagging a bit. If there are many of those. Then there's a lot going on the map. Alright, let's go to the elves here and start trading a bit before we are going to fight them off. It's a bit annoying, this, but can't do a lot about it right now. Let's see here what is going on in LOTR. So the Sylvan elves here has also gotten more settlements and also named settlements, so I think that was good for them. Bit more carrying capacity. How are they on food? They do need a lot of fishes, and I did see a fishing village up here. We could go, and it seems like they have also gotten some more nobles, which they definitely needed. Why? That's because we are hurting now with these. Wow, that's a lot. We're hurting now with these horses. Does that help? Not a lot. A bit. Did go to 1.5 speed here. So we should actually get our orcs with us so we are not hurting. But let's just go over here and trade. This must just be a castle, I guess. I was just having a chat with the developers, and it seems like they are making some changes here, so I'm very much looking forward to them. I'm not sure I am allowed to tell you what it is, but that's why I just got a bit secretive there, as I have not actually gotten permission to tell you what they are adding. But I know they are adding some interesting stuff to the game here. I have to get rid of these because these Gondorian raiders are catching up on us. That's very annoying. I have to just throw this away. I think we are going to get ourselves a party then, in order to not get raided here. But we will need to get some of these wargs. Let's see if we can't find them somewhere. Here we go. Couple of warg riders there. Couple more here. So we will definitely need some food for our small band here. Let's just go and see. We've definitely gotten some more speed. Let's just get a saddle here. And what is our carrying capacity? Not that much better, but we did of course throw out all our horses. Let's see here, can we get more? Not right now, but we can buy some hogs, and this is also quite cheap. So let's go north here and sell some of this stuff and pick up a warg rider on the way. I don't actually know where we're going to find a warg that we can ride. The only way I've gotten them so far is of course by defeating some warg riding soldiers before, so, and that's not what's on the menu right now. Alright, 10 to trading, that's good. So let's take this one. And we could sell those, but that's not giving us as much profit as doing this. Let's just keep some of the meat here for the boys, and I think I'll be going to try and grab the fishes again. Maybe bring in some more warg riders beforehand. There's 1, 2. And of course we should strive for getting some more different kinds of food so we can get up our stewardship. This is also pretty cheap. Let's just get rid of some of it. What do we need? A bit of grain here, like that. Then we have some food variety. That's a big ass army. Who are they fighting? Are they already at war with the Sylvan elves? Looks like they are. That's some serious armies going about. And there is an orc raiding camp. Maybe they can give us some. Maybe they can actually give us some. What am I trying to say? Some wargs, of course. Could go and try and attack it. Let's trade here. We can sell the hogs, but I want to do this instead. They now have a lot of fish. But let's see if it is cheaper in the village. And we can bring back the fish. It is actually cheaper at the settlement. So let's actually try and attack this one as a start. There's 12 orc raiders. We can take those. Oh, look at these guys. But no enemy walk riders here. Wow, they are just getting absolutely hammered. Oh, I have the RBM mod on, I can see. As we are swinging so slow. Why are they not moving? And when we are... just need to level up our polearm skill a bit. I had the RBM on as the enemy factions were so armored up that it was almost impossible to kill them if you didn't get some RBM on. But I see that this also makes us very slow when we have so bad polearm skill here. Let's get a bit to our stewardship and our roguery a bit up also. I will take cunning 2 and scouting up. That's 3 points here. I will try and look for these orc raiders that got around if they are not attacked by all of these elves. It looks like they might have been killed by those. Let's get in here then. This might be a hard fight though, given that we are so slow and now we don't have our wargs. But let's try. I like the custom sound they have. At least we're getting some skill points here. It's a bit hard to look or see which is ours and which is not, but at least there are the symbols over their hit. That guy got completely wrecked. We're splitting up here. I'm not sure that's a good idea. Good. Got some points in, and also our athletics is just horrible. Let's see if we can't do that. That was great. Alright. And a human leader here. Alright. But guess we will not take this fight. There's no way I will win this duel. Good. Alright. I love this custom models and their sound effects also. Let's see here. We can get a helmet on. Look at that. Let's take that with us. We got some charm here by killing those off. Let's just trade whatever we got. A rusty axe here. No thank you. But we can sell all of this. We can get some money off that, but we wanted to take their fish, but now there is no fish, and that's a bit annoying. But this way we can just sell that off and get some trading skill. Still have a bit of food, and then we can go up to the fishing village. There's actually a tournament in there. So I just adjusted the bandits, and I think that helped. Alright, 55. I think that's definitely helped a bit on the lag. Of course, when I go to 16x, there's still some lag, but the 4x is not lagging as much. Alright, let's see. We can't even get that much for those. Alright. We can buy a couple of horses here. They are just expensive. Maybe we can get some other horses on the way. Is there a horse trader? Not exactly. Guess this will become something. I guess. Alright, now we have a lot of fish that we want to get rid of. So I guess let's go up here to Gundabad again. And what is going on in here? That's actually Gundabad orcs we have taken as prisoners. Can upgrade that one. Getting some leadership. Is the War of the Ring already going on? That was fast. That's why they attacked each other already. Alright, looks like they have actually already taken this one. This will be a hard fight for the Gundabad orcs, as they they now have as many vassals as the Sylvan elves. Wow, that was not a lot we are getting, but look at that. I can't not take all of this with me. That's too cheap. So this time it will be very slow. I don't know what's going on with the Aragons. That was the same in the Rohan playthrough, but I will definitely leave them alone. I will of course consider getting some companions, but that was a big ass problem last time. But this time around, if I get crashes, I'll remember to send on the crash files. I was not that good at doing that last time, and that is of course also something I would recommend you do if you are playing this mod. If you get crashes, send the crash reports to the developers so they know what's going on. Let's see here, also an Aragon here. But look at that, we are getting a lot of money here for what we bought. We can buy a mule, can help a bit. Press reset instead of continue. Let's go to Litish here. I love how they have made it so you can look inside the castles here. It looks absolutely insane. Can upgrade? No? But we have some skill points. Some scouting here. Let's get some movement speed. Alright. But this time around, after I have reinstalled the game, no crashes this far, so that's good. That could just be a major, what do you call it? A major what is it that you call it when you say something and then it just happens? Can't remember right now. That's again what happens when I start speaking and I don't actually know where it's going all the time. I was about to say spoiler, but it's a jinx, of course. It's a bit hard to get to press this castle. I was wondering if there were any. We can get a merchant's hat. It's just that's all. That's almost too funny, but all right. This is actually a one-hand, so we could get ourselves a shield here. Let's see, a Gundabad medium shield here. Let's grab that one also. All right, let's move on here. It's just a lot of mining going on. But we can go down and grab ourselves some hogs, or just continue selling off all of this inventory that we have. So it's of course going a bit slow with our fighting capabilities here, and also with us getting some renown, but I guess that will just be how it is. We can of course fight in the tournament in here. Lorin has already been vanquished. That also happened the last time. Looks like they are very weak. Let's see, we bought these for 19. So we can have a couple of mules also. Let's just wait until the arena opens. Got some more. Let's take that one. Let's just get these up and running. Go into the arena and join the tournament here. Alright, we're going for some one-handed here. That's very slow. We're getting some riding skill. We are doing most damage with just riding into the enemy here. We're just getting some free hits on this guy here. Oh damn, I said that too far. Alright, where did our horse go? Went over here. Come on. Oh damn. Come on, horsey. There's still a guy standing here. We can get some more riding skill pounding on that guy. This guy did bring forth his axe though. I hit his horse. That's annoying, to say the least. Can I go over here and do something? I'm actually pretty high, so that makes it easier to fight on these horse guys. Alright, still 3 teams left. We need to be 2 teams in order for us to move on. Unfortunately, there's no spears. That guy doesn't look to be hitting anything. Alright. I am thinking of turning this RBM mod off though, but that will be something for the next episode. Good. Let's see how this goes. A 4v4. We have this club mace again. Doing a bit damage here. Let's get away from that axe. That axe. See if we can't kill this guy. He has a lot of HP. Let's ride these over. That didn't go as well as planned. Did they just die? Alright. So now we are 2 versus 1 here. Let's see if we can't get this guy to stop. So our archer can help us out a bit. Good. Now let's win the tournament. Oh, a 2-handed axe here. That's not our preferred weapon. And our guy here is a bit faster than we are. Yeah, that was really what I feared. Yeah. Going to be hard to block both of them. Alright. Unfortunately, that was a loss here. Let's move on. And let's get to trade a bit more. Let's see here. Maybe we can get some more warg riders going on also. Definitely getting our economy rolling. Let's see, we can sell them some cheese here. Where is the pass? It's right there. No, so that must be from Gundabad. Right. So there's nothing they wanted to buy. Or nothing we wanted to sell for that price. Right, so food is getting more cheap here. And hogs are very, very cheap. Is this a castle or is it a settlement? Not quite sure. It looks like a settlement, right? But where is the... There it is. It is just a castle. So let's go to Mount Gundabad. The prosperity is going a lot down here. Even hogs are very inexpensive here. Can sell some fish. That was not a lot we got out of that one. Let's just see here. There's some Gundabad mazes. There is the Mirkwood swords and spears. They are insane. This one looks cool, but we're not that interested. Alright, is there some warg riders we can recruit? There are so many. Look at that. That's insane. As many traders there is in here. Gang leaders. Alright, let's move on. Maybe we can go down here. Who did take Lorien? Is that Guldur again? So Lorien is just a weak faction, just like Mirkwood was before. They gave them some more land or settlements and lords. So I reckon they are actually a insane force here. Let's take that and this one. Right, let's move on. Got a level just by riding around, scouting the land here. Rivendell cannot stay idle lest to witness the end of this one. Okay, so guess that's the fellowship or that's going on. Alright, here is a walk. We got ourselves our first walk. And we can get some horses also. But problem is that we will be hurting because we don't have any infantry. Guess. Let's just get rid of these. Sell on this. And then we will sell some meat here. Meat is back on the menu for the elves. I've actually never taken a look at the menu here for look at that. I've never taken a look at the smithing here, but spoiler alert, I'm going to make a dwarven smithing campaign after this one, and I'm actually looking very much forward to that. But I think kind of owe the devs to make a Gundabad highlight here, and also after last episode there was a comment about that this could be good, so I grabbed the opportunity to make a Gundabad playthrough here. I think that was a good idea. I think doing a raiding playthrough with Gundabad suits the faction very well, so we just need to start raiding at some point. But question is, should we buy ourselves a what is that? I was about to say a shop, but yeah, a workshop, of course. Could do that. Let's see, but I want to get our walks fully on here, and then we can sell on the fishes here. Again, it is Scrodo the fishmonger. Alright. And there is a tournament in here, so let's just do that. Look at that, we could use that. For sure. What are we finding? We have the mace again here. That was the horse, unfortunately. I'm going to go up here and help our friend. I believe I hit him right in the face with that mace. They just don't want to die here. Finally. Alright, let's go to their poor archer and bash him in the head with our mace. Good. Now we just need their horse rider here. Unfortunately, we can't speed the gameplay up in here. We are 4 against 1. Yes, at least been hit twice with arrows. 3 times. Gundabad hunter here. He did a good job. Alright, a 4 versus 4 again. I can't take care of those of him, but I need to help my guy here. Then we can go for the archer. Doesn't seem like he have a good helmet, so let's just bash him in the face. Alright, hopefully they will just break up and stand and bash at each other again like they did the last time. Or this can be a very long hunt. No. Hopefully our archer guy will get a couple of hits in here. That was close, but yet cigar. Alright, just stop. Stop. Come on. Ah, god damn it. And I just hit my guy there. And the poor horsey. That was deliberate to just get him down. Alright. 2 versus 2 here. That went horrible last time. No, it's a 1 versus 1. This can be a boy or a girl, I guess. But he's only blocking upwards, so that makes it a bit easier. Alright, final here. That's better, a mace and a shield. I feel confident here that we are going to win this. These Pale Orcs actually remind me of the snow elves from the Elder Scrolls. Good. That was a bit hard to both speak and win that tournament. But now we got ourselves a good armor here. Look at that. The fishmonger and tournament winner. Alright, what could we get here? Which villages is here? That's LOTR and that one. So they have some fur. Alright, a lot of gang leaders. Let's just see here, what is our civil? Have a suit here. Can't wear that one. Maybe we should just take a look around town here and see if we can't kill some of the gangs. That's so slow. Right, I don't even want to. We don't even have a companion that can take the LOA, but that could be something for another time. Alright, so what do we need? We have gloves, we have footwear. Look at that. These Isengard potions are so much better than ours. But it's just... yeah, I think we'll take them. Plus 10 armor. That will definitely be good for us. Let's see here. We do have a chest that's almost as good, but 16,000 is too much. Sauron's van braces, look at that. We can buy them. Alright, we have better boots. Let's leave it with that and take a look here if we can't find some raiders. Here is a raiding camp. I don't think I'll be going in there. I was hoping they wanted to come out when I did this, like the Orc raiders did. Last playthrough there was a lot of Gondorian raiders down at Dol Guldur, so we could go down there and see. To that, but let's just take a look. Alright, fishing is definitely not for them right now. That's a good shield, but I don't think we'll be going with that. Alright, trim. Look at all of that stuff. It's insane what they have made. Legolas body armor also. Look at that Uruk-hai elite armor, that's insane. 17,000 though. Isengard gloves is somewhat better than what we have. Don't think I get out of going with an elf playthrough once again. Think what they have made with the elves just make me want to play that faction again. But let's go to Dol Guldur, see if there can't find some bandits. The troops here is not that expensive, so that's great. That was a huge problem. Look, even that, there is a walk mount here. That's great. See if we can't find some bandits in here, or at least go and to Dol Guldur here and trade. And here's some Isengard wargs. Let's just wait here while it loads up the Uruk-hai fighters. Right. But look at those. Look at this armor. They have so much armor compared to our units. But that's the Isengard wargs. They're a bit different than our wargs, so I guess we'll just go with ours. They can become higher level. Is there any fun stuff in here? Could of course also buy a merchant in here. The Tanner, they have a lot of okay, 30,000. Almost at that. They have a lot of animal production here. So I guess that will not be that bad to have a tannery up there. Let's just see here. Let's get that one. We are so fast with our walks here. The problem is we need to get to clan tier 1 to become a mercenary. So that's also something to consider. But then we just need to get more fights going on. The only bandit lair we know right now is this Gondorian raiding camp. So let's go up there and see if we can't do something about that. Is there anything going on? There is actually. I'll just save here before clicking on Legolas. Alright, we can actually recruit a level 1 Legolas. I can't say no to that, can I? $28,000, are you serious? That was insane. Alright, but that actually worked. But it also seems to be like the first time I boot up the game, there's no problems at all. And then when I load the game up, all the problems start. Alright, here is the Gondorian raiders. We will take care of those. Come here. Oh, look at that. We have these wings. It almost seems a bit samurai-like, but it is a bit hard to see anything with those wings going on. I can't see anything, but it looks like I'm hitting some guys. These wargs, they are just pouncing on the enemy here. That's absolutely insane. Did I lose my spear at some point? Doesn't matter at all because the wargs are just doing all the work. But then I'm getting athletics from riding them down. That's not bad at all, but not exactly what we are going for. Good. Can go out and sell this. I am feeling a bit confident here. That might be stupid, but I actually want to go in and take a look at the companions that could be from Gundabad, of course. That's heroes. Yeah, and then we need to go to Wanderers. And there are no Gundabad Wanderers. Is there some of the old? Maybe some mortar. There's a butcher. This guy. Not that good. What about this guy? Not that good either. Maybe we should get. There's no Isengard we know of. There are more butchers here from the Dunlandis. How about Dol Guldur? No? Alright, can't we just get them all? We only know Legolas, there's still a lot of arrogance. There's a level 1. Level 1 Gimli also. Have a surgeon there. What I would want is, of course, a trader. This one could be a trader. This one is a scout, but we know scouting. He is also a scout. Rather, that's of course. Wow. This guy is an engineer. That could be awesome at some point. Let's try and send him a message here. But what I would very much want is a trader that could go around. Who's that? Tyrell the Golden. And now we might get a crash. No. He's also insane. He can do anything. He's from the Noldor elves. Okay. The elves have insane skills. He is also a medical dude. He's just insane all about. That's also a swan, is that? From Gondor, right? He's also great. Let's see what he costs. Smith. Is he trading? He is trading. 150, that's good trading. Let's see, Legolas, he had a lot of scouting, but I guess he can't trade. But he also knows medicine. Very good at medicine. Trackers, they are always scouts. Let's see here. This guy is nothing. Gimli, what can he do? A bit of trading and roguery. What about this one? He's from Rohan, right? Yeah. I don't even want. I have so bad experience with all the arrogance. An engineer here, a cheap engineer, butcher. Yeah, we have a lot going on in the world here. And here is a Rohan guy who is insane in scouting and also riding. He could be good to have leading our cav. He is also a trader. Let's see, now we have sent out some. Let's see what this guy costs. 84. No, 8,400. No, what's that? 84,000. That's too much. The problem is I can't remember. This guy was definitely a trader. 14,000. That we can afford. Let's see here. Now we have this guy. He can lead a caravan. He's also insane in smithing. So we could also use him for that. Just get him to smith something insane. Just don't have the materials. Look at that. Dane's hammer. Okay. Mordor cave troll axe. I guess this will be worth a lot. But look at this stick. That's so stupid. Alright, but look at all of the stuff they can make here. Have a couple of things we can smelt. Alright. But now we know this at least. For when we are doing our playthrough with the The dwarves, of course. The dwarves, of course. Alright. Trading a bit. Let's see. There should be a couple more coming in. Oh, why are they oh, that's why. That's this one guy. Guess he will also be quite expensive. Come on in. I have never actually had an episode where it crashes while loading, but this could be the first. It just takes some time for it to load sometimes. But yeah, we will see. We will see. But I also can see that we are getting over the 1 hour mark of the episodes. I've just had so much fun doing this Gundabad playthrough here that it might just I've just been playing without looking at the time, but this might be the first time crashing during a load scene, or it is just slow. Wasn't it the guy that was also slow in loading when I sent him, or when I looked him up? Come on. Come on. Let's just get in here. Alright, we didn't succeed to boot up this all of these companions that we saw, but I did get this dwarven companion, which I have sent as a caravan now. So now we are actually in positive in our income and expenses here. But this was the 1 hour mark. We have not had any significant crashes yet, so let's hope it will continue this way. I hope you have enjoyed this episode. I am looking very much forward to playing as Scrognak here, and we will be fighting a bit more to get to clan tier 1, and once we get that, we will of course join the War of the Ring. I hope, again, thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed it, and I will see you the next time.